Yeah, good. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today I'm going to explain the problem that is a polymorphism. So how do you define a polymorphism? Which takes more than one form, right? Say for example, if you take a compute, you can compute the salary of an employee. You can compute a simple interest, right? You can compute the uh, total value of a goods. So there are different ways the same method can be implemented. So that is what we call it as a polymorphism, which takes more than one form, where it can be used for reducing the complexity of the program or complexity of the application. So here, how do we define a problem statement? So we are trying to identify the pluggable software components. That means when you say a software architecture, this entire architecture is made up of a different components. So when you are using a pluggable components, so how it is going to have, how it is going to behave in a different manner, that we need to observe. So to observe the behavior of a particular class or particular application, what we are using, we are trying to use a concept of polymorphism. So what is the solution for this? We need to identify a different class. We need to identify different methods. So for that methods, we need to assign a different responsibilities. So based on the responsibility of the behavior of operation, we are trying to identify the entire application behavior. So that is how we are trying to indicate with respect to the polymorphism. So here there is a corollary that states how we are trying to use this polymorphism concept. So it will be the entire concept of polymorphism is based on a conditional logic. So how do we define a conditional logic? We are trying to indicate with respect to if-else statement. If that particular statement is true, then what happens that if that condition is satisfied, the corresponding statement one will be executed, or else it will move to the else part. So that is how the if else condition is going to work, or it can be worked based on a case study, case statement. So in a case statement, what happens? So when you enter when you enter a particular choice, it will go to that particular case, it will execute, and it will come back to the original program. So that is how the case statement is going to work. Uh, so here, who are the participants? That is, how do we define a structure of the polymorphism? So one we have an interface, one we have a implementer. These are the two participants who are going to participate with respect to the polymorphism design pattern. So when it comes for a interface, so what happens? Interface, based on an interface, the behavior of an application or the program is going to work. So here, what happens when we are trying to implement the class? We are trying to identify the different methods. So what does that particular method is going to do? That is how we are trying to identify. Say for example, if as I take taken an example of a compute. So you have a different classes. So you can use the same compute operation to the other subclasses, where this subclasses will be taken will be taken as an interface. All these classes will be taken as an interface. So through that interface, what happens? The compute method will be executed depending upon in which class that it is going to work. Next is the implementer. When I say implementer, so this implementer has a different operations. So based on a polymorphic nature. So whether it has to compute for a salary, whether it has to compute for a simple interest or a compound interest, depends upon what type of operation when it is being invoked. Depending upon a invocation of that particular method in from that particular class, it is going to be executed. So here we have taken an example to draw different shapes. That means we say for an example, an user want to draw a different shapes. So for this different shapes, either it can be a circle, rectangle, square, or a triangle. So all these diagrams are being observed as a different polygon shapes. So all these polygon shapes has to be drawn by the user. So to draw this shapes, the user can implement only one method called as a draw. It depends upon what type of polygon that a particular user has to draw. So here in a use case, you can see there is a user. So the user can draw the circle, the user can draw the triangle, the user can draw the rectangle. So that is how one user can insist to draw different polygon shapes. So here in a class diagram, what we need to do, as I said, for this polymorphism, we need to have an interface and we need to have an implementer. So what is the interface? Shape, we have taken a class shape has an interface. In a shape interface, what we have taken a method called as a draw. So this draw method will be implemented in all the three classes, that is circle, triangle, and a rectangle. Next, what we have a draw shape as a class where all these classes has to be called, or whatever the methods that has been implemented with respect to that particular classes. So those methods has to be invoked through the main class. So the main class is your draw shape. So we are going to define this shape class as an interface. To define an interface, we are using the keyword called as a interface. And this dashed arrow, we call it as a realization. So whenever we are trying to use a class as an interface, we need to use a realization to the other classes. So next we have a sequence diagram. So in this sequence diagram, what we have a different shape, different classes. So the first class what we have is a draw shape, triangle, rectangle, and a circle. So what happens? The draw shape is a main class. So what happens? It will invoke the draw method. So what happens? It will pass. It will send a message to the shape class. So what does the shape class will do? The shape class will identify which polygon item has to be drawn. So it will ask for a triangle to draw the triangle. Later, based on the input of the user, so what happens? It will invoke for the to draw the rectangle object. Later, it will invoke for the circle to later it will invoke to draw the circle. So that is how the operation is going to happen. So further, no other operations are being involved in this polymorphism design pattern. So since there are no methods to invoke, what happens? All the objects has to be destroyed. So similarly, what we have a collaboration diagram. So in a collaboration diagram, what we have, first it will go for a draw shape. So from the draw shape, it will invoke a shape class. So from the shape class, we have shape is an interface. So where the draw method is being defined. So what happens? All the implementation is being done with respect to their classes. So when based on an input, the respective shapes will be drawn. So next, what we have is a implementation class. So in a implementation, what we are using the three different classes. So one is a circle class, one is a rectangle, one is a triangle class. So here, drawing the object is we are not using any applets concept of any applets concept for drawing the circle, rectangle, or a triangle. Just we are using the print statement to print a message. So when that particular method is being called, so what happens? From that particular class, it represents whether it is going to draw a circle, whether it is a rectangle or whether it is a triangle. So that is how the Java implementation is being done. So we are not actually writing the code to draw the circle. So here what happens, since the circle shape is an interface, this circle implements the shapes class. So here what we have taken a draw as a method. So when this method is being invoked, so what happens, it will print the message as this is a circle. So next, when rectangle class is invoked, since again it is a it implements the shape class. Again the draw method is when a draw method is invoked, so what happens, it will print when this choice is being taken as an input, it will print it as a rectangle. Next what we have is we have a triangle. So when we are using the triangle, so what happens, it will print the message as a this is a triangle. So next what we are having the interface. So by using the keyword interface, we are defining the name of a class. Public interface shape, where we are defining the draw method. Then what we have a main class. So in the main class, what we are using the import dot util dot scanner. So till now, whatever the program I have explained, we have not taken any input from the keyboard. But for this program, since we are accepting the input from the user, so what we are trying to use here is we are trying to use a utility package called as a scanner, which is available under a util package. So what happens from the for the scanner, what we are trying to use, we are trying to create an object. From that object, we are trying to take an input. So in a main method, what we are taking, first we need to define a enter the option. So here what we are using, since it is a based on an interface, as I said, we can have two different choices. Either we can implement the polymorphism concept based on a if-else condition, that is multiple if-else statement, depending upon how many number of classes that you have taken. Say for example, if you have taken other two classes like rectangle, trapezoid, or a dimension, or whatever the classes. So here what happens, it will become, if you are trying to implement the concept based on a if-else statement, so what happens, it will become a nested if-else statement. So here, instead of if-else statement, what we are using, the other option that we can implement the polymorphism concept based on a case statement. So for case statement, we need to define what are the different cases that we are going to have. So here the different cases or different options that we are having is three different options, because we are trying to do only the three different polygon classes. One is a circle, triangle, and a rectangle. So we are naming that. Then through the scanner, what we are taking, we are trying to take an input, that is scanner. So for that scanner, we need to define an object and new scanner system.in. That means we are trying to take an input. Then what we need to have, we need to create an option. So to take one option has a 1, 2, or 3, we are taking a variable for an option and we are initializing the value to the null. So what is the next step? We need to take an input. So how do we take an input? That option will be assigned. We are taking whatever the scanner object that we have taken, so that should be converted into the integer. So sing.nextInt. So what happens, whatever the option that you are trying to give, so that will be taken as an input, which will be converted to the integer. So that integer value, what we are doing, so if the choice has been entered as 1, so it will be converted to the integer 1 and it will be passed to the switch statement. So if the case statement, if the option is equal to 1, then what happens? We need to invoke that class. So how do we invoke that methods in that particular class? So we have not created any objects for the respective classes. Instead of that, what we are doing through the interface, we are calling that particular class. So we are initializing, we are trying to create a new objects for each and every different shapes. So when shape is equals to new circle, so what happens? It will go to the circle class. So in a circle class, what we have written? So in a circle we have written a draw as a method. So it will print this particular statement. That is, this is a circle. So once that is being executed, once that statement is executed, so what happens? We are using a break. So what happens? Only this particular case will be executed. So if you have not given a break statement, what happens? It will carry out the next statement. So if the option is true, then what happens? It will invoke the triangle class and it will print the message. So the message is, this is a triangle. So that message will be printed. So next, if the choice is 3, and what happens? It will call for the rectangle class. So if the rectangle class is being called, so it will print the message as, this is a rectangle. Then in a case statement, what we have, if none of the options are have been given as an input by the user, then it has to execute a default statement. So what is that default statement? Just an invalid option. If the user is providing other than 3, so it has to come out of the case statement. So it will come out of the case statement. So then we need to invoke the draw method. So here we are trying to call all the classes, but we have not invoked directly the draw method. So how do we invoke the draw method? Through the help of a shape class. So that's the reason here we have taken an object as a shape. Through that shape class, what we are trying to do? We are trying to indicate a we are trying to invoke all the draw method in their respective classes. So that is how we are trying to execute the polymorphism um, class. Any doubt in any one of the diagram? Any doubts? Sahib?
No doubts, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here what we have a, this is how we are trying to give the, this is how the output will be. First it will display the screen has enter the option. So whatever the options that the user is trying to provide, so that option, that particular option statements will be displayed. So that is how the polymorphism program is going to work. So for drawing this class diagram, you need to use a class as an interface. So that will be available there. Do you want me to show the demo for this drawing?
No, ma'am.
What?
No, ma'am.
Okay then. So shall I go with the next program? Or else if you have any doubts with the respect to other program, you can ask me. Okay, just wait for 2 minutes. Just I will show you the class diagram. Since there is an interface, again you may get confusion. That's the reason. Just for a few minutes, it's uploading. Are you able to see the screen VMware?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Well, just wait. We'll share the screen. So whenever you are trying to use a rational rows, just try to delete the old programs. Otherwise, you will be not able to execute the program due to the shortage of memory allocation. Or else, whatever the current program that you are running, it will be running in a background. It will never execute. Go to the file, go to add program and add on class diagram. Okay, so since there is an interface, you can see here below the class in a palette, you can see package class interface. So here what we are trying to use, we are trying to use a interface. Just click on an interface, drag and drop here. So the interface name is shape. Just give a shape. Always the class name should start with the uppercase. Don't use a lowercase for the class model. So since no attribute is being used, only in a interface we are defining the operation. So what is the operation? Just add a draw operation. Draw operation and finish. And we have other three classes. So one is a circle class, and one more for rectangle, and one more for triangle. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am, but it's too small, ma'am.
It is bigger. Maximize that.
It's too small, ma'am. Some things is not clear.
Mm, Triangle. We have a class. Rectangle. And one more is a circle. So we have one more class called as a draw shape. So take a class and use draw shape class. Then for interface, what we need to do, we need to use a realization. So here the realization will be like a arrow with the dotted tail. So that you need to use realization. So from circle to interface, you need to draw here. The arrow should be always be pointing to the interface class. That is how you need to draw the realization. Then from draw shape, we have to the interface class. So next we need to add an operation. Since draw shape is a main class, add a main method. So this is how we are trying to draw the class diagram for a polymorphism. So since there is no need to add attributes or a parameters, so this is a sufficient to draw the class model for a polymorphism. So next, in a one more change I want to tell you. We have drawn a collaboration diagram. So when we are trying to write a collaboration diagram, what we are using, we are trying to use a arrow. We are trying to use the arrows, right? So which indicates how the flow, in what way the communication is going to happen, either in a forward direction or in a reverse direction. That has to be identified. So for that, what we are trying for that, in a manual, it has not been included the direction. So that small change I'm going to show you here. So select communication diagram. So that is what the collaboration indicates. So take a lifeline. It should be of a class type. So give the name as a draw shape is a main class. So give the draw shape name. So after draw shape, so take one more lifeline and drop it. So this is for an interface. Then we have other three classes: circle, and triangle. Just take a lifeline and draw it. Click on OK, whatever the message box it is showing. So you can see all the different classes is being drawn now. So now what we need to do, we need to we need to use a message in what way it has been communicated. So just take a message and draw from draw shape to. So you can see if you click on here, you can see the arrow. Just drag and drop to the other class. So since from shape class we have three different classes, you need to draw here. So now only this is being shown in your manual. Now you need to add a message pathway, because from the main class it will be we are trying to remove the interface. Through the interface, the circle, rectangle and the triangle has to be drawn. So to draw the message pathway, just double click on that. Double click on that, you can see here add forward. So it will call the shape class. So you can include any message like shape class to be invoked. Whatever the message is there, you can give that. So this messages is not being added. So you can add the message. So for circle, what we are doing, we are trying to use a draw method. By using a draw method, it will be invoked. So give the method name as a draw for all the classes. So while drawing, ensure that the arrow should be from shape to circle, because for in a shape class, what we have used a draw method. So that draw method is being included in all the three classes. That's the reason the arrow when the draw method has to be invoked, the arrow should be from shape to the circle. So that is how we are trying to draw the collaboration diagram for the program 6. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Anything else, Amit, Gunshekar?
No, ma'am.
Have you practiced? Are you people practicing? That's what I'm worried about now.
Yes.
Hmm? Okay, so remaining there are only two programs, that is a whole part pattern and a controller design pattern. So with the next 2 weeks, I am going to complete the program. So if possible, I will install the star UML and I will show you how to do it. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts? Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay then. I'm going to end. Okay.